Look, we've all been there. Life gets busy. I get it. You're swamped with work, family matters that need your attention. You're tired and you just don't have time for a full art session, but you also know that if you stop drawing, your skills are gonna stagnate. So I'm going to show you the exact exercise I do when I have zero time, but I need to keep my hand sharp. It takes 5, maybe 10 minutes, and it's a game changer for your line confidence. So without further ado, let's jump in. First, I want you to draw a simple square on your canvas. Now the rule is one confident stroke for each line, no scratchy chicken scratch lines, no zooming in, and no pressing too hard. Then start drawing straight horizontal lines across the square from one side to the other. Aim to keep them parallel and evenly spaced, but don't obsess over perfection. Just do your best. If a line looks awful, just undo and try again. If it looks okay but a bit wobbly, leave it and keep going. Now let's increase the difficulty by going for a larger square. The bigger is your squares and your lines, the more challenging it gets. And I will lightly go over the sides with a single new stroke for each to polish it up. And I find ghosting the strokes beforehand is very helpful. Okay, let's fill it up. And it doesn't look the best, so let's undo that. Okay, my lines are still struggling. So what I'm going to do is try changing my grip. Hold the pen a bit further back from the tip to get smoother, more controlled movement from my arm and shoulder instead of just my fingers. I encourage you to experiment with different grips and see which one works best for you. Okay, here for me it's much better. And unlike the previous attempt, I am not spamming undo, so that's a good sign. Again, if you screw up, that's okay. Just undo it, but do not attempt to fix it. Neither get it to look perfect. Remember, one single stroke, nothing in between. Avoid the scratchy approach. If yours overshoot, that's okay. You can always erase these unwanted excess lines. I suggest you flip the canvas horizontally from time to time to see if there is anything that looks off. Okay, I think the large looks fine, but the small one, the borders are rather wobbly. So I will lightly go over it to fine tune it. Nothing too crazy. And that should do it. Maybe a little bit for the inner lines as well. Stroke overs are okay, but anything in between is not. Whatever you do, maintain continuous strokes, absolutely positively, no interruption. That's the rule. This is optional as a further challenge, but you do not have to do it. At all rate, mirrored view is a very powerful digital painting technique to detect if something doesn't feel quite right. Not bad. Now let's erase these overshoots. And now for the next difficulty level, diagonals and without canvas rotation. So this is going to be a challenge. Most of you, including me, struggle more with diagonal lines, so we will make it systematic and less intimidating. Start with a diagonal running from one corner to the opposite corner. This might take a couple of attempts. The center line is the most important here. By no means it has to be perfect. Okay, I think I got it. Then add another diagonal starting from the center, working your way out toward the corners. I like to work from the center outward, upper left, then lower right, and so on, because it helps control the spacing and makes the whole pattern feel more deliberate. And you might have noticed the little diagonal in the bottom corner looks scratchy because I tried to fix it. At this point, erasing might mess up the rest of the square, so I'll go lightly over it once to patch it up. That's better, but still not as clean as its neighbors. That's why I'm against the scratchy approach. Go for clean, deliberate lines instead. Once you have your main diagonals, add extra ones in between to tighten the spacing and really test your control. Again, don't worry if it's not perfect. The whole point is to reduce the difficulty, repeat the motion, and gradually train your muscle memory with these clean single strokes. So how long should you practice? You don't need hours. 5 to 12 minutes in the morning. Nothing too crazy, or on a quick break is plenty, as long as you stay consistent. Do that for a few months and you'll see your lines start feeling noticeably steadier and more confident. And the best part, you can do this anywhere: paper and pencil, iPad, pen display, whatever you've got. I have literally done this on a notepad while waiting an hour at a police station to report a phone I lost. Long story short, I never got it back. At least I got a heck of a line control workout back then. So that's a good way to kill time. Software wise, use anything, but keep it dead simple so you're not constantly messing with layers and settings. Also, don't become a victim of the Photoshop brush engine. If your brush is doing mysterious, complicated stuff, that's a whole separate skill to master. If your app has an infinite canvas, that's even better because you can just keep extending and drawing more squares. I recommend Mischief-Free or MyPaint for that. Alright, that's a square line exercise: horizontals, verticals, diagonals, or for cleaner, more confident strokes in any digital art software. Try it for a week, a few minutes a day, and tell me in the comments if your lines start feeling smoother. If you want more quick warm-ups like this, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and happy drawing. I'll see you in the next lesson.